Hey, I'm Kev Kim. Welcome back to TT Other Man to Ride on the Edge harder as it is. The big event, the Supersport TT has chosen to go on the tri-day turn in the end. We're familiar with this bike round here. We set our fastest lap. Round here last season at 17 minute 49.1. Hope we can go a bit quicker this year. And we just found it a bit more stable to handle as well rather than a Kawasaki, which might be quicker, but I'm familiar with it, and the Honda, which is just not quick enough. So we've got big hitters here. Michael Dunn up on his Yamaha. We also got Matthew Osborne, the Kawasaki. So we've got a couple other Kawasaki's as well. And then we've got a couple of Hondas and then 3 other Triumph Daytonas. But that's just in this split of 10 competitors. There's 72 in total. Finished 8th last season in the top 10. Let's see if we can go a bit better. Maybe top 5 or podium. Of course, hoping to fight for victory as well. Hello Gary, how you doing? Let's rev it up and we get underway for the first of 4 laps, 150 miles of this Isle of Man circuit. Let's go through St. Ninian's Crossroads, Bray Hill, a bit wide. Over how goes Lee, flat out though. 4-quarter bridge. And I just realised by going to this screen I didn't show the perks that I started with. So you've got the swagger. One which hopefully reduces the opponent's ability, but their quickness. And then we also went with the tyre wear is great reduced perk. That's all a bit wide heading into the bridge for the first time. Remember, the tyre's a bit cold because we didn't choose that perk, but with the tyre wear greatly reduced, hoping to be very good on both laps. But yeah, just looking to be cautious. This first section at least, as we're through Union Mills. All in one piece so far. So that's pretty good. 130.2, 90 seconds. So we got Donut behind us actually, if that's the starting order. So he'd be a very good reference actually. So if we keep the 10-second gap to him, we're looking very good. And we're up by 3.5, so we're looking very good indeed. Over the first bit as we go through Glenvine, flat out. Look at how flat out this first section is. You see, it's straight from the off as well. Yeah, if you buy like the halfway mark of this lap, then the bike will not be that nervous anymore as we go through crossroads. Over the Browder Hill towards halfway house. Like we begin to trust the tyres and the brakes a bit more. By the time we get to like Parliament Square. Well, it's a good first section. A little bit wide for the right as usual. Oh, why is the front lifting? Why are you lifting front? Doesn't often happen there, that's why it called us out. Got still 3.5 behind, no. Why have we gone down? Okay, apparently you're not allowed to stare at that wall. I think we might have touched it slightly, but still, like, there's a slight touch. Not enough to actually want the bike going down, but alright. You got thick elbows, maybe. That's what they're saying us. Let's go into Butter Queen. Now, this is the corner where we actually did lose it like that. On the Honda, wasn't it? One of the cups. Autumn or winter. Probably autumn actually. So there's this right at the beginning of that. Yeah, 2.3 back after our first crash. So for each lap, we've got to keep the crashes down to like under 5. So in total, under 20 crashes, then we should at least be top 10. Maybe top 5. Whoa, bike. What are you doing, bike? You like squirmed on the brakes and then it just wheelied on the exit. Again, that's rarely happened through here, so again, probably just first lap, just cold tyres and everything. We go through Sarah's cottage. Not through this time, but past. Through Downfell. We're still ahead of Dunlop though, so we're not 10 seconds back, but those are 2 crashes that should have been avoided. We go down the Quonky of Body Street. Again, the bike is lighter as well, the arc grades. Maybe that contributes to the whee. And that's 5.8 back. So we're doing good pace-wise, but already had a couple crashes, which is poor. Considering our experience round here now. So you won the classic TT too. Should be avoiding silly crashes like that. Go through McGuinness's. And towards Bargarrow. And then the scary left hand up the bumps. Wall and the house on the inside, but they make it through nicely. Towards Westwood. So got up half a second. Looking very good then, base wise. I would take that with 2 crashes. Like, I know we've reduced the opponent's ability slightly, the swagger, but we're only half a second back with 2 crashes. That's pretty good considering the crash cost us at least 5 to 10 seconds. So you go through Kurt Michael for the first time. Absolutely mental. Just like to have the brakes, so the little bump there. Then another bump. It's nicely through there. That's pretty decent. Remember, you've got to just ease it through these bends. But this is a quick kind of first part of the twisty sections. Leading up to this bridge. Should be round this corner, I think. Not yet. Down the next one. There it is. Oh, a second ahead of Dunlop. Oh no, we had a good line there, but the bike just drifted in the air. Carried a bit too much speed there. So we've got to remember that for the second lap. So we've got the lift here for the little bump. And get immediately back on the power. It's all Corey bends. We survive it. But yeah, now we've got to start lifting a bit more. We're a bit off the line here. Let's bet on the exit. It's now down the Solby Straight. As you go into hyperspeed. We've also got the Triumph Daytona. Got to mention with the custom liveries, not with the livery of the last season, because of course we're not with that team. So it's all dressed in blue. This year. Nicely slowed down for the Solby Bridge. Towards Ginger Hall. Remember we lost it here last season early on. Losing it over the major bump when we got on the power. So you've got to learn from your mistakes to avoid repeating them. That's what they tell you about history. We did there at least. So we're around the second up still. So good gap wise. So it feels like we're a bit more meaningful through this section. Just as we lift through the middle of a flat corner and then the bike loses itself. Like nothing we can do there when the bike just loses itself like that. Like we lifted and everything. Rate was okay. Bike just lost itself. That's our second crash. As we get to Milton Town. The Schoolhouse Corner. We're showing for Parliament Square. And halfway mark of the lap. Probably not the actual halfway mark, we always think of it as halfway mark. I know it's our third crash, isn't it? So we're not doing well crashes wise, but time wise is okay. I'm much better than last season at least. It's nicely out of Ramsey hairpin. So you are down by 4.4 seconds to Dolnop. Let's go through waterworks and head into the countryside though. One of our favourite sections. Oh my god, way off in Tower Bends though. Now you've seen how much the lighting is affecting us though. Can't really see where we're going through waterworks and Tower Bends. So it's your shadow. It's through the gooseneck. All the way up to Sip. It's through Joey's. The only really reason to really lift it is the bumps though, you can really feel those. A bit like Guthrie's Memorial which is coming up. Those bumps really force you wide there. Towards Mountain Mile. Just taking it easy on this first lap, now flat out for a long time. As they take in the scenery and the beautiful mountain roads here. Probably becoming my favourite part of the TT circuit, this section. I've already talked about how we turned it around time-wise and familiarity this section, but yeah, just riding around here as well is beautiful. What's that? Oh god, that was good for the mountain box, then we just slid wide. I thought the tyres would be up to temperature, but the bike is still very... I don't know, it's just not 100%. There's not been 100% in this lap for some reason. Again, it might be just being unfamiliar with the bike, having not ridden it all season. We've got 4.8. That's our 4th crash, isn't it? And then I'll add one more this lap. But at least it isn't in double figures like it normally is on the opening lap. At least so far. Go past the bungalow. Remember to go a bit wider through that right hander. Towards tailwards while or rise. Nicely through Brandy, but it was a good line. Maybe could have carried a bit more speed. Definitely did it on the second lap. Then towards Jukes. There you go. So much more confident through Jukes. That was pretty good. Then through Windy Corner. Yeah, I think compared to last season, we're around a minute. Not a minute, like half a minute quicker. Nah, it's 2.8. See, if we just stay upright, we're quicker than Dunlop, which is saying something. But he's the 3rd most successful rider around here, if I remember correctly. Behind Joey and McGuinness. It's all a bit wide. As that was past Kate's cottage. Oh, what's the bike doing? It just did not stop. Again, it seems... I don't understand it. That's our 5th crash. No more crashes this lap, please. I don't understand it though, how we're losing the bike on the brake and it's just not stopping. That's what, the 2nd or 3rd crash in a row from that. It's at a high speed as well, isn't it? That one we're in 4th or 5th gear. We'll have to see if that fixes itself for the next lap then. Not good for our confidence though. I wonder how they get the tyres to be greatly reduced to wear. Do they just keep them cold then? Go through Brandish Corner flat out easy. And through Hillberry. Sort of over the bumps towards Signpost Corner. God, bike's just not stopping. We've got no brakes. That's why I'm very cautious at the moment. Like, we're hitting the brakes and nothing's really happening, it feels like. Let's go over the bridge. On to the 2nd lap. What's that time? 18:09. Almost under 18 minutes just on the opening lap. That's not bad. Would have been without all the crashes, and we're just 0.2 behind Dunlop. So we're looking good after this opening lap. Much better opening lap than last season. Very happy about that. Just worried about this issue with the bike, with the brakes. What, well, perceived as an issue with the brakes. At least it doesn't feel like the bike is stopping for us. We'll check on this second lap where we'll be pushing a bit more. I'll stop making noise. Why is the front lifting over the bridge? Stop making noise out of bike now. See, it's up the temperature now. It's time to make noise at us and make us even more worried about the bike. Just what we need. We're already worried about what tyres, brakes. Yeah, the bike feels more airborne than it normally is. Maybe that's why they put points off 30 for the greatly reduced, because I don't know, the bike does not feel as good as last season. But then again, we are coming off a season riding a Honda which was very nice handling but underpowered. And the Kawasaki, it was fantastic power but did not handle well. So this bike should be in between, but at the moment it does not feel like it. Go for Glenvine. The main thing this lap just to stay up right before our pit stop, I guess, which will be a bit longer than last season because we had the pit stop perk. So I wonder if that will cost us. I know with the great reduced tyre wear, hopefully that kind of counterbalances it. So we gain time on track but lose it in the pits. Go past the halfway house. You can see the bike's just over every little bump. It's just like doing that. It's nice to get airborne as well quite a lot. Look at that, see? Maybe that's why we have the ballast then. Okay, starting to see why we need that. There's about 4 seconds to Dunlop behind. I believe it's Dunlop. It could be someone else. You never know. It could be the Honda. It could be the Kawasaki. I said Dunlop's pretty good round here, so I reckon it's him. And if we're up on him, he must be doing very well. You can see I'm braking slightly earlier into Bodo Crane there. Normally we brake at the sign, but we braked around 5 to 10 metres earlier. Just so we can actually stop for the corner and make it through. Got 6.2 now. Looking very good. See, this is what happens when you just stay upright. Getting a load of time. That's the main focus of this lap. Time will come if we just stay upright. Like, you don't need to push it. Remember that 80% policy we had last season after all the crashes? That's what we need to be riding at least. It's all a bit wide. Past Sarah's cottage. Through the damn fail. Again, not very confident though. That must be one of the most terrifying things in the world, though, not being confident in your bike on one of these road races. Like Macau, Northwest, Ulster Grand Prix, like. That's what we're at the moment. Ooh, got away with that, but we're under 5 minutes in the first half of that, so the time is there. It's just doesn't feel like we're earning it. Oh my god, what is the bike doing? Over the bump, it just went left. Nothing I could do. Again. The bike decides it wants to go. There's not much space here to recover, is there? And once again highlighting why we don't have confidence in the bike at the moment. Like it just feels totally alien. That was a pretty good corner though through Bargarrow. That's what we like to see. And good through the next left as well. We're still under 6 minutes to this milestone. Not bad. There's through Westwood. Hard on the power. Gap is still 6 seconds behind. Come on. Let's go for Kurt Michael. Might look like one of the easiest sections, but it's one of the sections that keeps me most on the edges through here because it's such a narrow line to get right. And, you know, if you're off it slightly, you're into a house or wall with a height. Even for the TT Other Man, it is tight confines. It's over Birkin's Bend. Look at that again, the front just lifting majorly through that. Got to keep flat out. That was a nice setup there actually. That early lift. We go past Alpine Cottage. Managed to ride through it at the moment. As they head towards the bridge. This time we slow it down a bit more. See, that's better on the exit. 10.5 seconds to gap behind. As we're around a third of the way through this second lap. Looking very good for us. Go over the bump and far away. Well, towards Corey Bends. Which is, as you can see, is actually an easy corner, but it always leaves us on edge. Don't know why. As we go onto the Solby Straight. Now, talk about how the lighting, shadows and stuff are messing with us. It definitely messes with you here. As I say, it feels like you're in hyper speed. You're going like 300 miles per hour, then just over 150. And then you've got the heavy braking into the bridge. Which one's slightly wide over. Now Ginger Hall. Once again, lift over the little bump. Bit wide again. Now the uncertain section. It set the gap behind. We actually increased the gap to almost to 8 seconds. What the hell? Not bad at all then. If we're even gaining in this section. Which, as you can probably notice, we're a bit uncertain through still. It's definitely split up this section into two, like after going over Solby Bridge. Like you got the more flat out section, in this section which is more tight and twisty. Like you have to lift much more. We've made it through. We're in one piece. Now Schoolhouse Corner. And Parliament Square. It's looking good at the halfway mark of this lap. Right, despite the difficulties with the bike, it seems like we're getting on top of it. And more importantly, keeping it upright is always the concern around it. Bit wide through Ramsey hairpin, no. Let's head towards the waterworks. Stop lifting on me front. Through Tower Bends. We actually increased the gap to 9 seconds. Nice. So that's almost 10 seconds this lap, isn't it? It's out the gooseneck. Let's go towards Joey's. Probably could have taken out a bit quicker. But again, we want to keep it upright. The main thing. Probably should have sponsors on the bike promoting that, shouldn't we? Wonder what sponsors we could get for that. To promote that. There's, through Mountain Mile, you saw tap the brakes. Bike's like, no, I'm not having any of that, mate. We're still going. That is the main thing. But it's been the best first half to one of these TT events we've ever had, so very good at the moment. And it feels like the bike, again, is still twitchy, but we're getting with it. Like, normally I don't go flat through there, but see, that's the confidence we're getting with the bike now. So he crashed here because we understeered wide. Almost did it again because he clipped a bit of the grass on the inside. But we didn't. We kept it upright. Going to the Supersport TT where we keep it upright. I'm not sure the organisers will like that slogan, to be honest. A little bit wide. Again, not the best getting through that right-hander. Oh, we haven't got on top of it like this right-hander coming up. That's all, they got 15 seconds the gap now. But we're mostly flat out until this bit. Because we're slowing down. For the left-right. Past the bungalow over the tram lines. And towards Hellwood's Rise. Absolutely wonderful section of the TT course. Oh god. Bit wide heading into Brandywell, but look at that, got it nicely back on the line. Just lifted a bit too late through the previous right-handed it. As we go through Dukes. In through Windy Corner. Under 15 minutes of that marker. We are setting a pace we've never had around, I think, on the Supersport bike. Yeah, bikes, it's annoying because the bike's just feeling comfortable now. And we're coming to the end of the lap in the pit stops when it will all change again. You know, even past Katie's cottage. Remember how nervous we were on the previous lap with the braking and the understeering? Very comfortable through that. Nicely hard on the power. I think we're now feeling the benefit maybe of the perk. That's maybe why it feels comfortable. Of course, we've not got any tyre wear, it feels like. It feels like this is prime kind of time for the tyre. That easy flat with Brandish corner. We couldn't do that last season in the TT. Definitely couldn't do it in the classic TT either. Get Hillberry corners much quicker than it is. Yeah, if you maybe take that in 5th. It's got the bumps coming up. Full signpost corner. That's a rare sight. Get it nicely stopped for signpost corner. And get it through, what's it, Bedstead corner as well. It's all a bit wide through the nook. So over Governor's Bridge. Not Governor's, is it? A little bit of a lift. Now remember we're pitting, so we've got to slow down a bit. Or crash. Oh, that's the easy way. There you go. Straight there. 17.25. Smashed our fastest lap. That is brilliant. See, that's actually the quick way to get into the pits. You just chuck your bike at your mechanics and then you end up right on it, like, oh, you made it. Look at that 28-second gap to Dunlop behind. So he pulled out 30 seconds on him. So he's setting like 17.50 that times. We're in the hunt here. That is by far the best that we've ever done around this TT circuit in one of these events. Let's try and back it up in the second half of this race then. Let's go into Quarter Bridge. And only one crash on that previous lap. So we only had, what, 6 crashes in the first half of the race? That's normally what we do in second half of races because we've kind of warmed up by then. So we'll brake ourselves into the left-hander. Again, we've got cold tyres, cold temps. Tyres not warmed up. We'll be a bit more gentle in some of these corners on the braking. And whether we be flat out through them as well. Go through Union Mills. There we go, nice and hard on the power. So we've also called off, we've done some rate reduction as well on the pit stops. So hopefully we'll be a bit quicker in taking off the race too. Well, that hood is slowing us down majorly. It's got a hood on it, it's causing lots of drag, you know. And this time we've got no traffic as well. Remember last season we had traffic coming out of the pits? Because I'm guessing they were like alternate strategy. Or maybe just ran into issues on the first time I had to pit. Or just ran into issues just by crashing all the time. I don't know how you'd be 17 minutes back after a couple of laps, but never know. Yeah, look, we've got clean air and we're 40.5 seconds. The rider behind. But that gap is irrelevant, as I said, in the grander scheme of things. We don't actually know how well we're doing against, like, overall. That's just against our little split here. So that's good over the bridge. It's a Hawthorne. Oh, easy through the right. Normally we'd go to right to the edge of the road there, but oh, it's easy though. Actually, at like the apex and everything. Normally it's slightly wide. I only pulled out a couple of tenths in that split, but we'll take it. As long as we keep pulling out time. That's the main thing. And see, I can see Bobby here, we're engine braking everywhere. We've gone into MotoGP mode. Trying to keep the rider upright through here. I think that's what's leading some of our issues. We're being kind of less upright with the rider, or less kind of tucked in. And it's only resulted in what, one crash in a lap and a bit, so it seems to be working. Did we actually gain through the pit stop despite not having the perk? I think we might have. That's alright through the Anfield. Much better than the previous lap. Still not perfect though. Like the Anfield is, you know, it's a section we know, it's just we don't know how to do it well. We're not quite there at the moment. Well, in pit stops normally take like a minute. We're going very well this lap. Or cost a minute. There you go, we lifted on the exit there over the bumps. So you're actually learning from previous laps it. Which is a rarity as well in these events. Sometimes you see me just making the same mistake every lap, but got our head screwed on this time. So I don't know some of that really on the exit there. Made it through though. Oh my god, that is barely a lift now. Insane. 46.2, now we've got the little green one. That's how far ahead we are. We've gone up a category in gap UI signage. But it starts with the little white light or red lettering if you're miles back for the past 2 minutes. Then it's the big red lettering. Then it's the big green. Then white. And now we've got the little green. Which is pretty sweet. Like, isn't that where, what was it, Weber, I think it was, made a video there years back? Oh, 52-second gap. Oh, it's back to big white now. Must just be for splits. I have that. Must be just for some splits. So we've gone back to big white there, and I thought we went back to little little green lettering though. It's a high air echelon. Obviously not. As he head towards the bridge. Lots of entry speed. Good speed carried over the bridge as well. Nicely online. Oh, this middle part of the race is really working out for us, isn't it? I feel like we really are gaining time. There we go, good lift. Midi back on the power. Like really dialed in at the moment. Let's head towards Corey Bends. There you go. It's probably not even a lift through Corey Bends, but then you see that much tighter lift that comes afterwards. Like, it's like, yeah, maybe it is a lift. Definitely not a lift through the right. That should be flat out. Almost a minute a gap. Really are pulling away. The swagger. It's working. Nice hit of the apex over the bridge. Through Ginger Hall. Oh, the bump. The bump in the middle of the corner almost took us away. Felt like we were losing the front there, but we stayed upright somehow. Once again, a bit wide through that left. The bike is enjoying being airborne again. Stop it. Stop with the little wheelies and everything. That was a big wheelie. It's okay. As it kind of all slows down after that little that point. And then you get the tight corner. And it goes flat out and then it starts tightening up again. Right through here. As they start to head into the town. Oh, the bike didn't turn. .54.6, first crash this lap. No, he almost made it through this section as well. God damn it. We'll forgive you understeer on this occasion, alright? Just because it's a first crash, we build up quite a lead. The rider behind. Got away with that. That should have gone down, but that's the weird thing with the crashes as well. Like I said, feels like most I can't really explain. Then you have moments like that where you hit the pavement and you're still upright, like, and you can't explain it because you hit the pavement like that and then you're immediately down, even though you hit it in a similar way and you stay upright. So. Our second crash. That one was disappointing because don't normally crashed it. Shouldn't have crashed it. Well, we shouldn't crash anyway, like any of that, but to go through the waterworks. Just be careful. There we go through Tower Bends. That's better. Good caution. Towards the gooseneck. Might need to start taking that in second, the gooseneck. So just short shifting up to first on the exit. Might force us to maybe carry a touch more speed through there. Oh, another bug trying to catch us out. Go through Joey's. Yeah, gap down to 42.5 seconds after those silly mistakes. There you go, nicely through Guthrie's Memorial. Let's go through Mountain Mile. It's just a bit bumpy there. That's why we lift. Like you think, oh, you could maybe take that flat, but we lift just because of the bumps. Also, you got the walls either side, like Guthrie's Memorial still. So you can't take an aggressive line, like you can through Joey's that we showed. The same with the corner coming up as well. You still got a bit of that wall going up. There it is. That's all right through the mountain box. There you go. He didn't clip the grass on the inside. Didn't understeer out wide. It's not bad. Oh, see, he clipped the pavement again. We should have gone down there. Oh, so not running that well. Through there as well. Apologise if you saw a bit of a skip. That rarely happens. It's like this is pretty well optimised. Here's 2 compared to 1. Well, you're getting frequent skips, so that's a rare skip. It's past the bungalow, far away. It's amazing how grimy these windscreens go, aren't they? Already pretty grimy on this bike. There you go, that's a bit more comfortable headed into Brandywell. There's up to 50 seconds to gap, that's good. Good confidence through Dukes. As well through Windy Corner. So the pace on this lap seems to be comparable to the pace we had on the second lap, even with the extra fall. It's pretty good. So go nicely through Keppel Gate. There you go, nicely through past Kate's Cottage as well. I lifted early there, didn't have to dab the brakes as insurance. How we do on the second lap? With Craig Krung near Bar. One of these days I'll learn how to properly pronounce some of these things. I'm guessing that's the major split, isn't it? That's where you get the kind of little green text on the big white. Because remember, it's split into 12 sections, this lap. So yeah, so when we get to like section 10, for instance, that's where we got that split there. So, see, we try to push it a bit more through Hillberry Corner, but not sure we'll push it that much on the final lap. There towards the bumps. And now Signpost Corner. Oh, bike didn't turn. Damn bumps. Bumps on the inside there. Pushed us wide. And I thought we accounted for it, but obviously not. Gap almost a minute behind. So that's a disappointing last couple of crashes that really should not have happened. Even compared to the first one on this lap, but we're about to head on to the final lap here. And time-wise as well, we're looking much quicker than we did last season. So 18:24 for that time, including a pit stop. So, as I said, normally costs around a minute. So, I was aiming again for around mid 1720s. And we're on course to complete the race in around 71, 72 minutes, which is at least a minute quicker than last season. It's all a bit wide through Quarter Bridge. That's not a good start to this final lap. That was not a good idea to keep it in the high gear. Should have got it down to second to get into the first part of that. Left to right, over the bridge. Again, main key, just keeping it upright. And final lap, 54.6 the gap behind. See, we're getting it through, down to third there through Union Mills. It's not been the best split, so it's 120 for the previous lap. Oh, 123 on lap 2, I should have said. So we're actually a second quicker, I believe, than lap 2. But then I probably remembered it wrong. I mean, it has almost been like half an hour. Like, I don't have that good a memory. Over half an hour. I wonder what the quickest times people completed in. Surely it's in the 60s. Like, times probably completed in like 65 minutes or something ridiculous. But we can complete it around 70, 71 minutes. I'll be ecstatic. Because that was around the winning time for last season, so we know we're definitely up there. It's nicely downhill. Past halfway house for the final time. Yeah, nice and smooth through that section. .236. Normally around 240 up to this split. You can see took a bit of a wrong line there, so had to lift. We kept it upright, so yeah, very good first split. I'm not sure if again it's actually off the perk or just us getting better as the race goes on, but we always find that in the second lap of these stints we're better than the first, but not normally this much better. Nicely downhill. Oh, no, no. Oh, we got away with it. Got away with it. Offline there, almost hit a... Was that a fence post, was it? Or gate post? So gap behind always increasing. Almost up to a minute. Oh yeah, that's why we kept it in 5th, because we get on the throttle and then the front lifts. Now I remember. It's not bad through Glen Helen. That's past Sarah's cottage. Keep it extreme right of her cottage. Still not good through Lamphale. But at least it's the final time through there. in this race. There it is, over a minute, the gap behind. What was it in the classic TT? It was like 2 minutes, wasn't it, the gap? That meant we won. It was a bit late turning there. 4:54 again. A little bit under 5 minutes. So we're matching the pace for that second lap. Very nice. Just what we need to be doing. Oh, that's the best we've gone through there. So we go through McGuinness's. Best we've gone through that section so far. So far, well, all race, isn't it? Because we got not going through there again. Oh, almost losing out of Dark Arrow. Keeping it upright though. And yeah, we're now a few seconds quicker than we were on that too, up to that split. We're not pushing it, as I say, we're at 80%. So go out of Westwood. Minute 3. We can get that gap up to a minute 30, I reckon, by the end of the race. So we go into Kurt Michael for the final time. Fly past huge hordes of fans here. Some of them in their houses. Like, I'm more, even though I live in the country, I more want to live in the city, but I think at this time, I wouldn't mind living at the TT, living on the Isle of Man, having these fly by. I was thinking that about for rally stages as well, like, wouldn't mind living in a Welsh forest in like October, November time. Gap, minute 10 almost. That might be a low estimate actually. Then have the gap to a minute 30 by the end of the lap. So towards the bridge. Nicely stopped. Nicely done over there, that's good. A bit wider on the previous lap, but we didn't lose too much momentum still, which is the main thing. Go over the bump and far away. Now Corey bends. I think it's just because of the camber of that corner as well. Like it like forces you out, the camber. Like it's trying to push you to the edge of, like the edge of the road. There you go. Remember to go flat through that right, and on to the left onto Solby straight. God, we're making time on this final lap. Feeling it. We're gonna miss you, Triumph Daytona, next season, as we sell it to the Superbikes. Good over the bridge towards Ginger Hall. Oh, slight. I was going to say slight lift over the bump, so it turned into a massive lift there. My fellow is about to take off. Oh, it's stayed upright. Oh, the hell, the bump's almost caught us out there. No, we need to push, but we need to keep it sensible. That was not sensible. Let's just slow it down for the left. Oh, even getting it down a second. So what was it? The left-hander, wasn't it? We've got to watch out for from the previous lap. Is it that left? Can't remember. Again, we're talking about the previous lap and I can't remember. It really is going with old age, my mind, isn't it? Oh, no, it's this left, this left. There we go. See, we made it. We survived the section. As we head into the town towards Schoolhouse Corner. In Parliament Square. Oh, bike skipping a bit forward there. Well, we just keep it in second. Not too much difference. It's through the right. Remember, we always used to be scared of that right-hander. Like, especially on the first detail, man. It was such a tricky corner, but seems to be one of the corners we're guaranteed to hit now. There you go, nicely through Ramsey hairpin, not wide at all. There towards the waterworks. Had to use a touch of rear brake there because we entered it a bit wrong there. Goes through Tower Bends. Ooh, a bit wide, but still upright. I remember I had a silly rule on the first playthrough or the playthrough of the first T-Zelda, man, where it's just I wouldn't show races unless I stayed upright. I wouldn't show this. I do these TT events if I didn't want to show them if I didn't stay upright. Well, as even demonstrated in this like brilliant run for us, like virtually impossible. As we crashed on the final lap through no fault of our own, it feels like the bike just slid. Slid. Man, we're so close to the end of the lap as well. That would have been a clean lap for once. But hey, still just our first crash. Oh, whoa. See? Don't try and cut that corner. Gap around 72 seconds. Let's go through Mountain Mile. So yeah, I'm glad I haven't imposed that kind of hardcore rules on myself this time. We still maybe have hardcore mode to look forward to though. If I get good enough, but probably won't, to be honest. But the main goal of this is just to win the TTs. I don't care if it's in hardcore mode or not. So maybe once we win the TTs, maybe I'll try out hardcore mode and see how long we last during the season. It probably won't be that long, to be honest. It'd be like one corner, like, yeah, that crash ends your season, mate. Like, oh. Go past the mountain box. Not bad at all. Okay, I'm kind of interested to try hardcore mode out to see how long we would last. There we go, easy flat through George's Folly. On that occasion, it's all a bit wide through the left. Recovered it. There we go. That's the most corners we've taken that right-hander, I feel like, in this race. Oh, we've got this section down pat. I was waiting for us to fall there, just to be like, no, you haven't. Let's head towards Aylward's Rise, but yeah, got that next right-hander, like, just ease off, kind of slow down as part of the next corner. It kind of all flows together, which is rather lovely, actually. Like, if they actually designed that on a proper circuit, that is an impressive sequence, but maybe Tilka will do that. Well, you see the speed we're carrying through Jukes. Bursting at the seams, the bike. Get through there. 14.51, yeah, we're level again with a second lap. Gap down to 70 seconds thanks to that fault. So remember the goal is 90 seconds. 90 seconds? Yeah. We're pretty damn close at the moment, aren't we? Nicely through Keppel Gate. Across Kate's Cottage. I had to dab the brakes then, we turned a bit too late there. Still going. Like, I think we've had, like, for the first time ever, more close escapes than falls in a race. As we've had, I think we've just reached double figures for falls. I think we've only had 10, which is what we normally have on the first lap alone of a race. So our best outing by a country mile. Could not be happier. Well, I could be happier, but for me, could not be happier. For me around here. And how well we've done this race. Well, we set it out at the end of last season that this would be our last Supersport TT go for the time being, and well, we're taking advantage of it, aren't we? Oh, wide. No! Bike! Just did not brake. Did not brake at all. I know we were deep, but it just locked up rather than actually stopping the bike. That is such a stupid fall near the end of this race, though. Oh, what the fuck are you doing, bike? What was that? I can't get it to turn. That's why I was hitting the walls over the bridge, but here we go then, across the line, 71.30. Or 31. That is not bad at all. That is a minute, almost 2 minutes quicker than we were last season.